What is up, everybody? We are here to go over the 2023 top 8 pitches of the year. I don't know how I got to 8, but that's what we're doing. So anyway, before we get to those pitches, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to bring you a ton of great content this entire offseason, as well as into next year. And I'm here with my trusty sidekick, Long Dong Will Leahey. What is up, Will?
Doing great, Ninja. I love ranking these things. Top 8. Some call it a random number, but truth be told, I think it speaks to your honesty. Ninja doesn't beat around the bush. If there's a ninth pitch that wasn't quite good, he's not gonna make 9 or 10 just to make a BS list. There was 8 pitches on his radar, and that's what we're keeping it at.
Yeah, that and the fact that like X polls only go up to 4, and I didn't want to. I mean, it's a multiple of 4.
Okay, disregard everything I just said.
No, literally, there were. I did them by pitch type, and in case y'all don't know, my pitch of the year, and I think I did a video on this, was Shohei Ohtani's sweeper in the World Baseball Classic, the K Trout. But these are the filthiest pitches. That is just the overall pitch of the year. But filthiest pitch was a whole other thing. So without further ado, we're going to start with number 8, which is Mitch Keller's sweeper that broke a whole 2 feet. That's right, 24 inches. Look at this thing.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, and I'm not sure we mentioned this. So this poll, the ranking is coming directly from X, and I was a little surprised to see this comment at number 8, Ninja, as, you know, the MLB plate is 17 inches wide. This crossed a full 24 inches, and visually, one of the sexier pitches on the list.
I totally agree, and I'm not going to say my people got it wrong, but there's definitely some arguments, at least, for some of these pitches. Honestly, all of them are filthy, and I could probably make an argument for all of them. They were all the filthiest in their category. This was my filthiest sweeper all year. And at that velo, 2 feet, it's freaking ridiculous. Now, this pitch also, at number 7, we have Abner Uribe's ridiculously sick 99-mile-an-hour sinker. And this, to me, when it happened, I thought was the filthiest pitch of the year. You do not see pitches move like this. It looks like a 99-mile-an-hour changeup that fell off the table. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is one that I thought got a little overlooked by my voters, but you know, I have to give it. This was my filthiest sinker of the year, and it's one of the filthiest sinkers you'll ever see.
Yeah, the ball tail on this is absolutely incredible. I think maybe something that might have hurt it is that a lot of people may have laid off this pitch because it was on the low away corner, so there's a chance he wouldn't have gotten a strike from others on it, but absolutely disgusting nonetheless.
Yeah, and it looked like a strike for a long time. So in fairness, this pitch looked like it was going to be in the zone. I think maybe some folks are sleeping on Abner Uribe as a rookie, maybe, or maybe because I had it at the end of the video in my top 8 that people just didn't want to, they were like, oh, this is nasty, I'm going to vote for this, and I'm not going to watch the whole video. But looking at this, it's disgusting. The next one is a great pitch. It's definitely one of my favorites of the year just because of Gallen's reaction. It's the Zac Gallen inadvertent cut changeup. He threw a couple of pitches like this. We went back through the pitch data, and occasionally if the seam orientation is a little bit off, the ball will tend to cut instead of run arm side. And my favorite in this is Pasquantino's reaction, Gallen's reaction, just looking at his hands like, holy f***, what did I just do? And then it hit the umpire square in the mask. Like, this has pretty much everything. And the fact he doesn't even know why it went this way.
So, Ninja, this definitely made my top 3. When I'm thinking of filthiest pitches of the year, I want there to be a unique quality to them. And this one jumps off the screen, and not to mention, almost knocks the ump unconscious. I think this is one that we will remember a couple of years from now. We can reference the Gallen cut change, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's the kind of thing you're looking for a filthiest pitch of the year. So it's in my top 3, Ninja.
I can't disagree with you. It's absolutely ridiculous. And this one, I mean, you can make an argument for this too. It's the Brash knuckle curve. It's actually a nutmeg. Anytime you throw a pitch and it goes between a hitter's legs on a swing and miss, that's a filthy pitch. And Morton won a pitch of the year for a pitch just like this, or at least a knuckle curve of the year. Same thing, nutmeg. I mean, what's more embarrassing than that?
Yeah, it's incredible, putting the batter to shame. And notice he doesn't argue for a second, which boosts us up a little bit. I think the fact that we do see one or two of these a year, it's probably why it didn't win filthiest pitch of the year, but disgusting nonetheless.
The fourth filthiest pitch of the year is this knuckleball by George Kirby. I mean, this isn't an ordinary knuckleball. Look at the movement on this. It looks like it moves twice. And this was the only knuckleball he threw all season in honor of Tim Wakefield. I thought you can make an argument again. This was the filthiest pitch of the year.
And Ninja, I'm going to make that argument. This is my filthiest pitch of the year. First off, the pitch itself is as brutal a knuckleball as you'll ever see. He does it on one of the best hitters in the league, Corey Seager. And although this wasn't a strikeout pitch, he did strike him out in this at-bat. And Seager was just thrown off the whole at-bat. And the final piece of it is, as you referenced, this was on the day of Tim Wakefield's passing, one of the great knuckleballers of all time, Red Sox legend, two-time World Series winner, Roberto Clemente Award winner, just an unbelievable guy in the game. And this tribute was honestly pretty touching. And the execution, everything about it, it's my favorite of the year.
I can't really disagree with you. It's one of the more important pitches of the year, one of the filthiest pitches of the year, like objectively watching that thing go. And the dude throws, not only does he have ridiculous command, he's topped out at 99 miles an hour. Can you imagine if he picks up this pitch and he adds this to his arsenal? Like, hey, I know I have an amazing command. I walk like one hitter a game on average, one hitter per 9 on average. And, I have 99 miles an hour with just overall wicked stuff. And then you add in a knuckleball. Like, it's not fair. No wonder he struck Seager out. Next, at number 3, we have Kodai Senga's ridiculous ghost fork. And look, this pitch is great. It's heads off straight down the middle, looks like a strike, and then ends up at the shoe tops. The only issue I have with this, and I don't have many, like it's a filthy pitch. And I think overall, like if you gave me one overall pitch type, I would say Kodai Senga's ghost fork is overall the filthiest pitch type in baseball. A 60% whiff rate on the pitch. Hitters hit like 110 against it. It's absolutely disgusting, and I'm not going to take anything away from it. And this pitch itself, this one single pitch, is disgusting too. I think people maybe voted overall for the pitch type because, Senga is filthy. I think 3 might have been high for this particular pitch. But who's going to argue with the people, Will?
Yeah, I kind of saw this coming in third as a Lifetime Achievement Award, if you will. And
right.
Not lifetime, but a Season Achievement Award. I think it could be the best pitch of the year, Senga's ghost fork. However, as far as a singular pitch, this one didn't quite do it for me. But again, I'm not too offended by a Lifetime Achievement Award pitch here.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I am absolutely saying that if this was, the overall filthiest pitch, like for the season, and you said Kodai Senga's ghost fork, I would say I am not arguing with you. That is absolutely true. So well-deserved at number 3. At number 2, a lot of people thought this might win the filthiest pitch of the year. My man Matt Brash shows up again with 2 pitches in the final 8. This ridiculous slider over 3,100 RPMs and sends J-Ram to his butt. Like, it's Bohemian Rhapsody slider. Disgusting pitch. Knocks out J-Ram almost like he knocked out TA.
Goes Anderson! Down goes Anderson!
Absolutely, Ninja. And this all rounded out my top 3. Couple things here. You can't help but notice the batter himself. J-Ram is one of the elite batters in the game and just looks like an absolute clown here. And we know he isn't, but he falls like a sack of hammers, and it's just good comedy for everyone involved. He's embarrassed. You can see him walking away. And Brash having 2 pitches on here speaks to who he is. He's been on your radar for a while, even before he was even called up to the big leagues. You kind of always had a thing for him, and his stuff jumps off the page. And really culminating here with this disgustingness to J-Ram.
The fact that Matt Brash topped out at 101 miles an hour with this absolute paint, and then throws 2 of the filthiest pitches of the year, a nutmeg and a Bohemian Rhapsody slider. The sky is the limit for that dude. And then the number 1 pitch of the year, as voted by my followers, was Jhoan Duran's 98-mile-an-hour splinker. Frankly, I had a tough time narrowing this down. because Duran had splinkers anywhere from 98 to 101 miles an hour. And these 3 pitches were all disgusting. To me, I probably had his 100-mile-an-hour splinker, the one that was in my filthiest at bat of the year, too, my most unfair at bat. That one dropped off the table. This one, though, that much arm side run on a splitter, the fact that the dude is throwing splitters faster than anybody in the history of baseball, and this one at 98 miles an hour, absolutely disgusting. I could definitely make the argument this is the filthiest pitch of the year, but again, there are a lot of ones in the running here, and I can't totally disagree with the voters. It's a disgusting pitch.
So not to be too controversial here, Ninja, and I know we are a pretty controversial program, but I think this, to me, came off a little bit more as another one of the Lifetime Achievement Awards here, because Duran himself is just such a bully up there, touching, what, 105?
105.
And he's throwing off-speed pitches, touching 101. It really is just straight out of the future. It doesn't make any sense. This pitch, it's not my number one, but I can't argue too much when this guy is the one coming in at number one.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he touches 105, his best pitch is probably his curveball, and he throws splitters. He has the fastest splitter in the history of baseball. So absolutely, deserves to be considered one of the filthiest pitches. The fact that the voters voted this number one, and by a good margin, number one, I am not going to argue with it. And let me know in the comments, like, if you disagree, if you see any of these pitches that jump out at you and, you think everybody was wrong. Look, I am definitely not going to argue with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, hit subscribe. We're going to do more of these in the off season. And then next year, we're going to hit the ground running with a top 5 every day. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you soon.